Good afternoon everyone, welcome to Janderra. I'm Gerwin and this is my banana tree that my husband gave to me for Valentine's Day. And so is that one. And they have been dreadfully neglected. They at least got put into the hole, so that's a bonus. But they have been dreadfully neglected. So today I've been a little bit busy trying to sort out stuff for water for these two banana trees and mulch. So I'll show you what I've been up to. Let's turn the camera around. So look what he got me. Isn't that nice? I got a Cavendish banana and a blue Java banana. He got me some nasturtiums, which are a fantastic insect repellent and are also edible. Both the flowers and the leaves. They've got a bit of a peppery taste. And then he got me some of these thingies. I'm not sure what these things are. Celosia. They're just pretty. And then he got me some marigolds. And marigolds are not only a fantastic insect attractant, but they also help to deter nematodes around tomatoes. So yeah, a very practical gift that's going to keep on giving. She got my bananas, which will produce for years and years and years to come, provided the goats don't eat them, which the bananas that I brought from the other house, the goats ate. And I forgot to water, so that didn't do them any good either. But yes, and he's going to plant them out. We've decided where we want to put them, where we're going to put our first banana circle. So yeah, and I'll show you once he's done them. So yeah, have a great one, and I hope everyone has a fantastic Valentine's Day tomorrow. And I'll be back soon. Okay, so hubby has got my banana trees planted. That's the blue Java. And we're going to turn this into a banana circle, I believe. Is going to be in this area here. So that'll be the outside edge of the banana circle, I believe. I'm going to have grey water from the house coming in and watering them. So yes, that's part of my Valentine's Day present. And I planted up the rest of it. So there's the Cavendish. Cavendish are quite a large tree. So I really need to mulch around here. But this area has had the chickens and the goats through it over the last 12 months. No one is to mention this to the council of my area, because this is not a proper way of dealing with grey water from your house. But this is the way it was when we moved in. Our plan is to actually set up some reed beds to actually filter the water properly. But until then, it basically has just been draining out here, and I've had all sorts of muddy, messy, mozzie issues with it. But anyway, so what I've done is I've dug because I tried putting the pipes on top of the ground, but they ended up being higher at this end than they were at that end, which doesn't work well for water. So I put a little bit of a trench in using the mattock, which surprisingly wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. Although my back and neck is still not happy. And I'm going to pay for this tomorrow. Actually, I'll probably pay for it for the rest of the week. I used to be able to do this stuff reasonably easily before the accident last year. I have no idea why I have an 11-year-old running around the aquaponics like his life depends on it. I'm guessing it's because of a 4-year-old chasing him. Yes, my 11-year-old is scared of the 4-year-old. Who's obviously doing fee fi fo fo. Yeah. Oh, and that's my aquaponic system over there. So yes. Anyway, so this is where we're going to set up a banana circle. And a banana circle is a fantastic way of growing bananas. At the moment we've got two bananas. So we've got the blue Java. I don't know if you can see that. There we go, the blue Java. Cool banana brand. Hubby probably picked it up from Bunnings or something. And I think that one was Cavendish. So yes. So I've got those two. So I got this sorted. So hopefully, and we've had other problems with water in the house, so there's no real water coming through at the moment. So I haven't really been able to check to see whether my system worked or whether it's still coming out over there. But either way, it's not a huge drama. The main thing I wanted to do was actually get this mulched. So what I've done with this one anyway is I've got a layer of cardboard, but under that I have a bucket of goat manure from when the goats were on the patio in the front of the house. So there's the goat manure, and I put some worm juice down, and I put a couple of handfuls of worm castings. There's no bananas to eat yet, curly locks. So I put a couple of handfuls of worm castings that had a huge number of worms, because I don't know why he's being noisy. He's a boy. And my 24-year-old girl would be absolutely mortified that I just said he's being noisy because he's a boy. Man, I'm just getting confused with that whole business, so I'm just not going there. Anyway, so I put another layer on the worm farm a couple of days ago. I'll stick a link up there for that. And I've got a huge amount of worms. So I grabbed a couple of handfuls. I actually had one of those big kilo yogurt buckets. Had that full, put half of it on that one and half of it on that one, along with some goat manure and worm juice, which I really should have done. Jonathan, do not play with that. Put it down. Oh dear. Leave it, please. Girl, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but that would do nasty things to your feet. Just leave it alone, please. So I've got a barrow load full of wood chips there that I'm going to put over the top of that, but I've got to get some cardboard to put down around it first, because the cardboard just helps to suppress the weeds further. Ideally, it'd be nice to have another 2 trolley loads of wood chips on top of that, and I will build that up over time. But I'm also planning on planting some of the comfrey that I've got propagating, and I've popped a couple of pigeon pea seeds down as well. So I want them to be able to germinate, so I don't want it to... I don't know. I really don't know. They're boys. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I'll show you the comfrey. Hang on. Okay, so this is the progress of the comfrey that I took about that much of the root about 24 days ago. So I've got at least, that one's germinating. Oh, not germinating, but that one's growing, cutting, has succeeded. That one's succeeded. And so is that one. So I'm really pleased with those. And I will put those down with the bananas. Let's go back to the bananas. I'm going to plant some comfrey around the base of these. So I don't want to put the wood chips too thick until I do that. So every time I add more stuff to it, I will actually put another load of wood chips on it. And that way it also is a little easier on my back, but I still get stuff done. So frustrated that I can't get things done the way I used to be able to. But I'll build my strength back up again. It's just a setback. We work around these things. But these bananas have been in the ground since February, and it's now mid-May. So they haven't grown a huge amount, but they haven't also been looked after. They haven't been getting any water. I mean, yes, there was water just over there draining into things, but this part of the dirt was still very dry. I mean, even that's fairly dry. This over here is not too bad. So the blue Java was getting a lot more moisture than the Cavendish would have. And I probably should put that trench closer to the Cavendish, but honestly, I reached the limit. And this whole area in the middle here eventually will be somewhere where I can put compost and that sort of stuff. My problem is I just don't produce enough compost. Between the black soldier flies, the chickens and the worms, I don't produce enough veggie scraps to feed all my plants. It's all good. So yeah, I really need to want this entire area all wood chipped, and have a big circle of bananas in here. So yeah, that's the plan. But yes, remember to like and subscribe to the channel to see how these bananas go over time. they haven't produced any suckers yet. If I'd looked after them better when we first put them in, I probably would have had suckers to transplant by now, but I don't. And I want to get a couple more varieties. Dwarf Dukakis is a variety that I definitely want to get. It's a really good variety for growing from my experience of what I've been doing on previous properties. So yeah, but really happy with the progress I've made today, and I hold great hope that these bananas will start thriving. Although they're not going to do a huge amount over winter, and it's probably not the best time to feed them, come to think of it. But hopefully the mulch will help protect them if we get any frosts. Although being under these trees, I'm hoping that they'll be fairly safe from frost. Although I have no idea. I really have no idea. I've never grown in a frost area before, but I do know that other people in the area grow bananas and they do well. So that is encouraging. So I'm going to tip that out over the banana and I'll come back to you. I've got to get some cardboard too. So I'll be back. Done! All done. Much to the goat's curiosity. Mary's quite curious to know what I'm up to and wondering, why aren't you milking me? Which I should do. I need to go do that. And I should have done that before I did all this. Although if I had done that before I did all this, I wouldn't have got this done, because I'm wrecked. But now I have to push myself just that little bit harder to get the goats milked. And honestly, that's a strategy that I use. I push myself as hard as I can doing stuff in the garden, and then I trust God to give me the strength to do whatever's left. And at the moment I've got a cold too, so that's not helping. Although all this movement is helping to get the congestion off my chest. I'm sick of being sick though. I just keep getting colds, and I know it's because my system is run down and it's going to take me time to repair and restore my body. But oh man. Anyway, so one blue Java, all nicely planted, very happy with that. And one Cavendish, all nicely, well, I didn't plant them, they were planted back in February. Gavin did that, but they're all nice and mulched, and we'll have water now, hopefully, provided I've got that on the right level. And I was going to get the level out and check it, but I couldn't find it. So it may not be as level as I'd like it to, which means I could end up with some water sitting in the pipes, which honestly there already was water sitting in the pipes. Plumbing in this house, on this property, is a bit of a problem, and we've been told it's going to cost us 10 grand to fix it. We don't have 10 grand to fix it, but yeah, anyway, banana trees mulched. Been wanting to do that for 3 months, and it's finally done. And if you're really lucky, the boy's going to test the electric fence. He didn't like that idea. I have discovered the boys are not very efficient fence testers.
I tried one morning.
You got belted this morning, did you? No? Oh, Jonathan got belted this morning. Jonathan got belted this afternoon too. But he's not a very good fence tester either. One day they'll learn. Don't touch the fence when it's hot. Anyway, that's the update for today. The banana trees are mulched, they're fertilised, they're fed, and it's probably the wrong time of year to feed banana trees, but
this piece of grass is not zapping me.
I wouldn't be doing that.
Still not zapping me.
That could mean that the fence has got no charge left in it. Can you go check the energizer? Because generally speaking, if you're touching a piece of grass that's touching the electric fence, it should actually give you a bit of a belt. And I have been belted through organic matter before, although there just may not be enough water in moisture in the content in the leaf. Anyway, I've got to go milk the goats. They're both kind of here going, come on, let's go. It's time to be milked. But I'm really happy now that I've at least started mulching the banana trees. They need a lot more, but this is what I was able to do today. So we'll see how we go another day. Anyway, you have a great one. Bless you.